In this podcast episode, Joe Rogan welcomes Graham Hancock, a renowned author and researcher known for his unconventional theories about ancient civilizations. The conversation spans a wide array of topics, delving into archaeology, ancient history, and the mysteries of human existence. The podcast begins with Rogan and Hancock discussing Hancock's recent debate with Flint Dibble, an archaeologist who challenged Hancock's theories. Hancock expresses his disappointment with Dibble's approach, noting that he felt Dibble played fast and loose with the truth, particularly regarding the number of shipwrecks discovered and the preservation of ancient artifacts. Hancock emphasizes the importance of accurate information in archaeological discussions and highlights the need for open-mindedness in exploring historical narratives. He believes that the debate could have been more productive if both parties had access to the same evidence and information. Hancock also released a video addressing the inaccuracies presented during the debate, particularly focusing on the oldest known shipwreck, which dates back around 6,000 years. He clarifies that while some artifacts like pottery and coins have survived, the actual ships have not, challenging the notion that ancient vessels would have been preserved in cold waters. This discussion sets the stage for Hancock's broader argument that archaeology often overlooks significant evidence that could reshape our understanding of human history. As the conversation progresses, Hancock introduces the idea that human beings have been seafaring for much longer than traditionally accepted. He cites evidence suggesting that humans were navigating the seas as far back as 50,000 years ago, with specific examples from Cyprus and Australia. Hancock argues that the lack of discovered ships from these periods does not negate the possibility of ancient maritime activity. Instead, he posits that the absence of evidence is due to the degradation of organic materials over time, making it unlikely that any ships would have survived. Hancock's assertion challenges the prevailing view that significant maritime exploration began only in the last few thousand years. He emphasizes that the archaeological community should be more open to the idea that ancient civilizations were capable of complex seafaring activities, which could have facilitated the spread of culture and knowledge across vast distances. This perspective invites listeners to reconsider the timeline of human development and the capabilities of our ancestors. The discussion shifts to the origins of agriculture, with Hancock questioning the traditional narrative that agriculture emerged independently in various regions around the world. He suggests that the knowledge of crop domestication may have been shared among different cultures, particularly following a cataclysmic event that disrupted existing societies. Hancock argues that survivors of such a disaster would have brought their agricultural knowledge to new lands, leading to the development of farming practices in different regions. Hancock's perspective on agriculture aligns with his broader theme of lost civilizations and the transmission of knowledge. He believes that the understanding of agriculture was not merely a local innovation, but rather a shared human achievement that transcended geographical boundaries. This idea challenges the notion of isolated development and encourages a more interconnected view of human history. Throughout the podcast, Hancock emphasizes the importance of myths and oral traditions in understanding ancient cultures. He argues that these stories are not mere fantasies, but rather reflections of historical events and collective memories. Hancock points out that many cultures around the world share similar flood myths, suggesting a common origin or experience that has been passed down through generations. Hancock's analysis of myths extends to the biblical story of Noah's Ark, which he believes is part of a larger tradition of flood narratives found in various cultures. He posits that these stories may be rooted in real events, such as cataclysmic floods that impacted ancient societies. By examining these myths, Hancock seeks to uncover the underlying truths about human history and the experiences that shaped our ancestors. As the conversation continues, Hancock discusses his focus on the Amazon rainforest in his recent work. He highlights the discoveries made using advanced technologies like LiDAR, which have revealed previously unknown archaeological sites hidden beneath the dense jungle canopy. Hancock argues that the Amazon to complex civilizations that have been largely overlooked by mainstream archaeology. Hancock's exploration of the Amazon challenges the perception that the region was sparsely populated by nomadic tribes. Instead, he presents evidence of sophisticated societies that engaged in large-scale agriculture and constructed monumental earthworks. This perspective invites listeners to reconsider the historical narrative surrounding the Amazon and recognize its significance in the broader context of human civilization. The discussion touches on the legendary lost city of Z, a concept popularized by explorer Percy Fawcett. Hancock expresses his belief that there are indeed lost cities within the Amazon that have yet to be discovered. He suggests that the dense rainforest has concealed remnants of advanced civilizations that thrived long before European contact. Hancock's fascination with the lost city of Z reflects his broader interest in uncovering the mysteries of ancient cultures. He argues that the stories of lost cities are not mere myths, but rather indicators of a rich and complex history that has been largely forgotten. By exploring these narratives, Hancock aims to shed light on the achievements of past civilizations and their contributions to human history. Throughout the podcast, Hancock emphasizes the importance of incorporating indigenous perspectives into the study of history and archaeology. He argues that indigenous peoples possess valuable knowledge about their ancestral lands and the histories that have shaped their cultures. Hancock believes that engaging with indigenous communities can provide crucial insights into the past and help bridge the gap between traditional archaeology and alternative theories. Hancock's commitment to amplifying indigenous voices is evident in his work, particularly in his recent projects. He highlights the need for collaboration between archaeologists and indigenous peoples to create a more comprehensive understanding of history. By valuing indigenous knowledge, Hancock hopes to foster a more inclusive approach to exploring the past. The conversation shifts to the Great Pyramid of Giza, one of the most iconic structures in the world. Hancock discusses the precision and complexity of the pyramid's construction, raising questions about the techniques used by the ancient Egyptians. He challenges the conventional narrative that the pyramid was built solely as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu, suggesting that it may have served other purposes as well. Hancock's exploration of the Great Pyramid aligns with his broader theme of lost knowledge and advanced technologies. He posits that the ancient Egyptians possessed sophisticated engineering skills that allowed them to construct monumental structures with remarkable accuracy. This perspective invites listeners to reconsider the capabilities of ancient civilizations and the potential for lost technologies that may have existed in the past. Hancock and Rogan delve into the mystery of the Sphinx, particularly the evidence of water erosion on its surface. Hancock references Robert Schoch's research, which suggests that the Sphinx may be much older than traditionally believed. He argues that the weathering patterns indicate exposure to significant rainfall, which would have occurred thousands of years ago, long before the conventional dating of the Sphinx. This discussion highlights the ongoing debate within the archaeological community regarding the age of the Sphinx and its implications for understanding ancient Egyptian civilization. Hancock's willingness to entertain alternative theories challenges the established narrative and encourages a more open-minded approach to exploring the past. As the podcast progresses, Hancock emphasizes the interconnectedness of ancient civilizations across the globe. He argues that cultural exchange and the sharing of knowledge were common practices among societies, leading to the development of similar myths, technologies, and agricultural practices. Hancock's perspective challenges the notion of isolated civilizations and encourages a more holistic view of human history. Hancock's exploration of these connections extends to the idea of a lost civilization that may have existed before recorded history. He suggests that remnants of this civilization can be found in the myths and traditions of various cultures, indicating a shared heritage that transcends geographical boundaries. This perspective invites listeners to consider the possibility of a more complex and interconnected human story. The conversation touches on the impact of technology on archaeological research, particularly the use of LiDAR and other advanced imaging techniques. Hancock highlights how these technologies have revolutionized the field, allowing researchers to uncover hidden structures and gain new insights into ancient civilizations. He argues that embracing technological advancements is essential for expanding our understanding of the past. Hancock's enthusiasm for technology reflects his belief that it can help bridge the gap between traditional archaeology and alternative theories. By utilizing modern tools, researchers can challenge established narratives and explore new possibilities for understanding human history. This perspective encourages a more dynamic approach to archaeological research and the exploration of ancient cultures. As the podcast nears its conclusion, Hancock expresses his hope for the future of archaeology and the potential for new discoveries that could reshape our understanding of history. He emphasizes the importance of curiosity and open-mindedness in exploring the past, urging listeners to question established narratives and consider alternative perspectives. Hancock's vision for the future of archaeology aligns with his broader mission to uncover the mysteries of human civilization. He believes that by embracing new ideas and technologies, researchers can continue to make significant strides in understanding our shared history.